Hello.
Hello, this is So I Married a Film Freak. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Mrs. Connolly?
I'm fine.
Good.
So, good day for Mr. Waltz.
Christoph Waltz. Yeah, looks like it. Doesn't seem to be officially official yet, but when Nicolas Cage quit from the Green Hornet film, or more to the point, didn't sign the contract on the Green Hornet film, that left the door open for Christoph Waltz to come in and get a big part in a big film. Not only a big film that's actually looking like it's going to be really quite interesting and something quite special. It's directed by Michel Gondry, who's not the sort of first person you think of when you think of these big budget sort of franchise pictures. So I think that's got a lot of potential. I know you like Gondry.
Love Gondry.
What do you like about Gondry?
He's doing a photo of my dog, a portrait of my dog.
Let's do a portrait of our dog. We'll share that with people when we get there.
When we get there. I just love his enthusiasm, and he's unconventional.
Brio.
And he's French. So whatever the French word for brio is, he's that.
Brio? I don't know.
Yeah.
His Frenchness is, a shorthand a lot of people use to describe his sort of uncharacteristic sort of inventiveness. But French cinema, I think, is probably the most proficiently competent mediocre cinema in the world, and he seems like an anomaly to me. I think the basic standard of filmmaking in France is excitingly high, but I think the ceiling is pierced by a smaller number of filmmakers. It might be because it's actually a small industry.
I was going to say, is it because they're not really seeking to go outside France with what they're making?
Possibly. Well, there just might not be many people making films at all. It might just be one of those statistical anomalies.
Okay. Well, tell me, what does it, well, we didn't say, you didn't give any indication what Christoph Waltz might be playing, but then I want to know, what does this mean to Nicolas Cage, that basically this role was given to somebody? Cage
has dropped out of loads of films over the year. I mean, Mickey Rourke's part in The Wrestler was Cage's until he just didn't sign. He was there and negotiated for ages. And look how well that worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Nicolas Cage. And the list of projects he's walked away from is as long as my arm. But he's been choosing some fascinating stuff, as well as, I mean, he's been doing these National Treasure. He's got Sorcerer's Apprentice coming, which is like a version of the... the whole thing with the Mickey Mouse brooms sort of story. And it's him and Jay Baruchel. No mice, all humans. Doesn't look particularly exciting. But he's also done Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, which is a bit of a mouthful, but it's the new Werner Herzog film, and it looks eccentric, to say the least.
Do you think they might be calling it Bad Lieutenant?
They might be. Whatever. It takes the title from the Abel Ferrara film Bad Lieutenant, whatever, and Ferrara doesn't like them taking the title, and Herzog says it's not a remake, blah blah blah. But they've got a producer in common, which is kind of how they can get away with it.
So Nicolas Cage and Werner Herzog.
Yeah, perfect, isn't it?
Madness.
I mean, it's just perfect. It's Nick Cage and David Lynch, really. Yeah. And the idea that David Lynch cast Nicolas Cage as some sort of Elvis type was just one of the high points. And the Coen brothers casting him effectively as Wile E. Coyote in Raising Arizona. It's just genius. And I think he would have been a good mix for somebody like Gondry, and I think he would have worked brilliantly in the Green Hornet. But Christoph Waltz is just so good. I just want to see him in as much as I can, and I want him doing some nice high profile work, so it keeps keeps him going.
I was wondering what he'd be doing. I didn't know if he'd be stuck in something schlocky and end up on, cable television or something in the end.
He's in some sort of strange kung fu comedy drama that's going to have
budget,
like cars made out of cardboard or something.
Some ready-made fans.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
I think people are pleased.
So, we saw Dorian Gray. It's one of those rare films that comes out in the UK quite a long time before it comes out in the US. But it is an English film. It's an Ealing production, and for the most part, at least, it's funded with English money as well. English director, writers, predominantly an English cast, almost entirely an English cast. Yeah, I was going to say, who wasn't English?
I'm not sure about Rachel Hurd Wood, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah. I thought it might be a Renner more than... I know, that's not fair.
That's not true.
Because you can't enjoy Roger Pratt on your TV as much as you can in the cinema.
If you can go and see it in the cinema, let's do a digital projection, and you can see this. You can see the Pratt approved transfer of this. It's gonna be beautiful. But I think it's sort of, it's one of those films that hey, this whole scale is, I'll watch it in the cinema. It's a rental. Watch it on TV. Doesn't work. But maybe it's coming back with stuff like Blu-ray, because you can expect that standard to be there. Whereas it was always before, or really in a sense, if the film's a little bit ho-hum, then see it in the cinema to get the best out of it in a funny sort of way. It's just that it's relatively expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what maybe that's what I meant. Is it something that I would happily pay for again? Actually, yeah, I think I would pay to go see it. So that's a reflection of how much I liked it. I just wanted to see all the shenanigans, all the debauchery they were up to, and I wanted to see what a period version of England would be like. I think it wasn't on Masterpiece Theatre.
I think, I'll go on the record saying this now, I think the DVD or Blu-ray version is going to be slightly different. I think they're going to pull one of these uncensored tricks.
Yeah, because I was relieved that, I'm a prude. So I
think there's a few seconds.
I was relieved there wasn't.
I think there's a few seconds of How's Your Father and things like that missing.
Okay.
But more to the point, bare naked ladies walking around in the background and things like that. But there's one shot in particular where a woman is getting a tattoo on her back, and you can see some digital darkening in there. It seems perverse to get a cinematographer as absolutely accomplished as Roger Pratt and then go in with your whatever the modern day equivalent of the Quantel paint box is, and to sort of shade it out a bit, scratch it out a bit. But they did.
Yeah.
I think that'll be back to normal on the DVD.
I was intrigued that the fella from the Narnia films.
Well, that's why I think that's why they did it, because he's got a younger fan base, a lot of teenage girls, and they wanted a 15 certificate to maximise on this.
Sure.
But on DVD, did you know it's just a funny little loophole? The law that was set up to mean that they could prosecute shops for supplying DVDs to people underage, the law doesn't stand. And while the law's being pushed through again with the loophole closed, no shop can be prosecuted for it. So if you're a retailer in the UK now, I guess I shouldn't be saying this, but you can sell 18 certificate films to 5-year-olds all you want, and until the law's been pushed through again, no one can do anything else. I hope you don't want to. That's a bit...
Gosh, if there are only 11-year-olds watching this.
Bit of topical. Yeah, exactly.
So, but I wanted to point out, I really enjoyed Colin Firth in this.
Best he's been in a long while.
Yeah.
But he only went and won himself an acting award last night.
Did he?
Best actor at the Venice Film Festival.
What for?
Tom Ford's first film, A Single Man.
Okay.
You know who Tom Ford is?
He's not the fashion designer.
Absolutely. You know him better than I do, because he's really not very well known in the UK at all.
Oh, really?
He's some sort of stylist, works for Vanity Fair, right?
No,
dresses people for Vanity Fair.
He was the head of one of the big houses, and I think he's branched out on his own now.
Maybe he does all sorts of bits then, but...
Oh, he's fabulously good looking.
Yeah, apparently so.
And not available. But nor am I.
Well...
So it doesn't matter.
I'm not sure he's available to women.
No.
Actually, I think that's
that's the case.
But hurrah! His film's apparently very good, and Colin Firth is apparently a revelation in it, which is strange because Firth used to be great. It's just he's been sort of taking it easy for a while, but he was good in Dorian Gray.
Okay, was there anything else that we on our chat?
I don't know. Have we got time to talk about much?
No, we've got to wrap things up already.
Well, we'll wrap it up then.
What was it? No, but what?
Well, I was going to talk about District 9, and I was going to talk about we'll talk about that another time.
Another time.
It's not a film that's going to go away in a hurry.
No, and I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, then maybe you can see it and then we'll talk about it.
Well, I just can't wait to hear what you have to say, sir.
Next time.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.